Peoples of the universe, please attend carefully. The message that follows is vital to the future of you all.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Thank you, Mr. Ainley, for our introduction. Yeah, that's the sort of thing you expect to hear, like somebody say on on some kind of like loudspeaker apparatus while you're tied to a bed and completely naked and covered in chicken fat, and he's wearing some kind of like very skimpy leather thing. Anyway, that's kind of how I imagine my meeting with Anthony Ainley going. But then again, why should I be any special? I think everybody meets him that way, really. So I had a revelation last night. I was watching Keeper of Traken. That's one thing. I'm in a bit of an Ainley mode. I was watching Keeper of Traken, and I had a a problem I had with Keeper of Traken is I didn't understand, was there one milker, or there seemed to be lots of milkers being sucked to this planet for some reason, and that was like a really weird thing that they didn't talk about at all and didn't really make much sense to me. So I had this like very retconny revelation, but once you do it, it's freaking awesome and it makes the story for me a lot better. Milkers are weeping angels. Milkers are weeping angels. I imagine they're attracted there because of some kind of weird time distortion that they don't want to feed off, from the keeper's chair, whatever, the Traken unionists, whatever. That's why they're attracted there. And so I reckon, because you saw in, was it Flesh and Stone? Is it that awfully good two-parter Matt Smith one, right? With the time of the, I think, when they were like, first they were kind of like melty, they were like, so I can kind of imagine there being different humanoid forms. So I imagine then Anthony Ainley, before him getting it there, would be Jeffrey Beaver's master. I kind of imagine him getting involved with the Weeping Angel to like have him undecay himself. I think it's probably what something he was doing. And he screwed up, and his TARDIS got fused with the Weeping Angel, and he got trapped there. So that with that like really quite good story in front of it, Keeper of Traken, so much better, right? There's a lot of work you got to do. There's a lot of work you got to do to make a story work, though. So although I would like to hear that Master story. I've been into the Master late. I just finished listening to the latest War Master box set, which is Paul McGann, and it's pretty darn good. Not the best thing that came out this year, but it's a recommend. I'll give it a good, 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10. It's a stronger one, right? It's good. Yeah, I would say 8 out of 10. I liked it a lot. But let's see who's here. Let's see what's going on in the chat tonight. We have Daniel Leach is here. Oh, wow. I was going to watch the Daleks thing before we started, though we could talk about it. Doesn't drop till 6. So I figured maybe, why don't we do a watch along of that? I don't think I would get, what's the word? Copyright strike for it. If Chris Persia's here, he'll tell me not to. Yeah, so hopefully he turns up. We can pause it and I can give you my sparkling commentary. Let me see. Okay, fine. Let's see. Daniel Leach, how are you, sir? Hello, Eric. And Chad, I finally got around to listening to Shadow of Daleks 1. I really enjoyed it for the most part. Can't wait for Volume 2. Shadow of Daleks up for me was a bit fair. It just seems to me that they so hate doing the main range now. They just so freaking everyone's like, oh, maybe we could do this that's different. No, just do a 4-part story. If you're so bored with it, there's got to be something, a creative writing Doctor Who fan out there who would want to do it now, because they're just at steam with that range. So I'll see what happens. Next thing I'm going to listen to so I can review it is the Time Lord Victorious one. The first one was pretty bad. So let's see where that goes. And then I also got Sight Beauty, whatever, the Ninth Doctor vampire story to finish reading. I'll do a review on that as well. So we've got that going. We got a lot going on, but I was really annoyed because I flipped through it and it didn't. I know that the Ninth Doctor ends up with a vampire battle fleet to stop the David Tennant Doctor at the end of that Time Lord Victorious book they did. That was a cliffhanger, and I figured this was the Ninth Doctor with vampires. Maybe it was saying they would kind of like meet each other. No, I don't know. It doesn't look like it to me, so I don't know what's going on with that. I have to read it. That's right, I'm going to have to read it. We're going to be reading Chris Chibble's words, video notes. They are making Doctor Who again. I'm still kind of surprised, right? I'm still like, really? That's a ballsy decision. I mean, really? You sure you want to? Because it's not been working out. Like, really? You want to do that? Well, I guess if you want. I can. I mean, listen. Don't watch it. It's going to be. Please. It's painful. It's awful. Don't. I mean, if you like it, God bless you. But don't watch it. Oh, so bad. So I'll watch it, and I hate doing it. And I think it's more entertaining that I hate doing it, right? Because it really is. Because I hate what this is what I'll do for founder. I'll take the hit, okay? I'll take the hit. Think of me as your Doctor Who condom, right? I am protecting you from the virulently STD that is the Jodie Whittaker era, right? That's exactly what's going on. Yes, I will protect. I am fully equipped with spermicide jelly. There's nothing's getting past me, baby. Okay. That's all I'm saying. You're safe. You're safe. Your Uncle C is here to protect you. And yes, I'll watch it for you. Although it's going to be, I think if the special's on Christmas Day, which I believe it's going to be, the review's going to be like 2 days later because I'm not going to be able to watch it till the next day because it'll be a Sabbath for me, right? And so I'm going to come out and hear the audience ratings. Oh God, please be bad. Oh, please be bad. Please be comical. You know, please. And you know, it normally delivers. It normally is bad. Please be bad. Please. And so that's going to happen. I have that happen a lot now. There's going to happen 8 more times in my life at least. Like you would have thought they would have like gone, we shouldn't do this anymore, really? You like how much do you have to screw up before you go, yeah, I can't, like, really? I mean, they're covered in their own shit, right? It's like, imagine you walk into your corner shop and you're covered in your own shit, like everywhere. Oh, God, it's still spurting out. At that point, you should say, maybe I should have somebody help me wipe. You know, at that point, have somebody say, maybe. See, I mean, they've really screwed up. Okay, fine. I mean, I guess, but isn't it weird? Like, okay, and please, I know you nutbags are not my doctor hate group. I know you nutbags are watching. Like, please don't get upset. We're going to take the piss out of it royally, please. It's not our fault, okay? Firstly, it's going to have limitless shit to take the piss out of, okay? Limitless. If Jodie Whittaker's in it, and she's awful. I'm sorry. She is. Listen, and if it was just me, it would just be me. And I said, look, just me. I don't mind saying my opinions. It was just me. I think, okay, I'll go through my whole thought process here. I know what I'm going to say is crazy and impossible. I know that. And I know if I was a sane person sitting listening to that, I'll go, that's crazy, right? And here's the other thing. I don't know how it's going to happen, right? That's how crazy it is, right? It's like crazy that should not happen. And very, very, very unlikely. Very unlikely. Virtually impossible. I would say 90% not going to happen, but I think it's going to happen. I think there's going to be a second term for this president. I think there is. Listen. I'm sorry. What do you want me to do? It's not my fault. I think it's going to happen, and I know. Yes. I know. But I think it's going to happen. Okay, just walk with me here. Okay, walk with me. I'm not going to try and prove it to you. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm just saying, imagine if I'm right. Okay, imagine if that happens. Right? Imagine that. Right? What's going to happen? Like, what are they going to do? Like, will they still be able to make Doctor Who? Like, will it actually break them? I mean, it could do, couldn't it? I mean, it could lead to suicides, like mass suicides. I mean, listen, it'll be like, not that I'm encouraging suicide. No, never. Not that I'm encouraging that. No. But I like if there's going to be any segment of the population that suddenly won't be there for any given reason, that's a great segment. Okay, that's just okay. Not that I'm encouraging it. I'd much rather that doesn't happen. But there might be, right? Isn't that crazy? Yeah. And listen, if you are of a differing, I understand. If you're of a different political outlook from me as well, like you wanted the side that's apparently winning to win, right? And I get it, apparently winning, right? Good for listen, I know I have a few guys watching, and listen, I'm so glad that we can have political differences and be friends, and I'm like so glad you put up with me being crazy. Thank you. Actually, that's what I want to say. Thank you for putting up with me being crazy and us having a very different outlook. If you want to come and talk about it, I really do, because I just don't understand. I don't understand a lot. But anyway, but just imagine, I want you guys just brace for impact, right? Because it's going to be bumps in the road. Even for you guys, there's gonna be. It's not what they're telling you. It's not what they're telling you that there's no evidence whatsoever, and of like mass voter fraud. It's not what they're telling you. Okay, there is. There's evidence of mass irregularities, which I believe is probably a lot of voter fraud. Right? I mean, there's some stuff you can't say it's not malicious, but just brace yourself, okay? It might be nothing. The people I'm listening to may all be wrong, and they all may be lying. I don't know, but I don't think they are. And he's got a 1 in 10 chance, but I think he's gonna do it. Okay, I just want you to. But firstly, if you're on my side of the fence, just what the hell's gonna happen? That's gonna be crazy. Oh my god. Okay, what's gonna happen? Everybody needs to just stay indoors, okay? Everybody stay indoors. And Jews just, if you're don't live in Israel, batten up your hatches, okay? I'm not lying. This is the stuff that ends up with, crystal knock. People go freak out, okay? And they know the Jews like well, here's the thing: Jews don't really like Trump. Jews mainly are very not religious and very conservative, right? Very not conservative, very liberal. So most Jews are like that, and so most of those Jews hate Trump, can't stand him at all. But then you got the religious Jews, and most religious Jews. I mean, you get some who hate him, just can't stand his coarseness. But most religious Jews are like, yeah. Most religious Jews are like. So tell it, if your guy gets in, we're fucked. You're coming for us first. We know it. I'm glad I live in Israel. Okay. But I don't think it's gonna get in. But okay, wait and see. But just imagine. Okay, just imagine they're gonna try and make Doctor Who while that's going on in their world. Okay. I can't. They're making more really? How much you have to fuck up? Really? I mean, I'm being demonetized, but how much? I don't think there's a word to say. How much you have to screw it? I mean, I know I've said it, but I don't normally swear in real life. But how much you have to fuck up? Really? How much before you go? Yeah, you shouldn't have that anymore. No, we're going to take that away from you. No, how much? Apparently. Okay, whatever that bar is of you fucked up that much, you can't touch this anymore. And let's be clear. Okay, they've lost 70% of their audience. They are a national and international laughingstock. It used to be a merchandise juggernaut. Now they're going to do something if they avoid Jodie like the bloody plague. I can't imagine how, and they did this in 2 years. I can't imagine how anybody could have fucked up anymore. I mean, really, insanely, objectively. I mean, nothing about this has been successful. Nothing's worked out. Okay, nothing's worked out for them. And they're like, yeah, have to do some more of that. Like, really? What do they have to do? Like, would Chips have to come and like literally be covered in his own shit and walk into like BBC like, would that happen? Well, and people will be like, well, that's his right, don't oppress him. He's a he's a shit. He identifies as a shit, and I support Chris Chibnall's right. I do. Chibs, from me to you, mate. I support your right to identify as a shit. As a big, massive piece of shit. I support your right to that because you can define yourself. And I know you'll be embarrassed to say, like, I want to be known as a shit. I understand that. I'm doing it for you. It's okay. I do it for you, and I do it with love. It's okay. You can come out the closet, mate. It's okay. We don't mind. We don't mind that you want to identify as a piece of shit, and we will talk about you lovely. It's okay. So hi Danny, how you doing? I got to one name in the chat. I did one name. That's terrible. Okay, that's really bad. I got to catch up now. Okay, here we go. Seneca 24, how you doing, mate? I'm gonna check out that series. I don't think it's the strongest. My Charlotte Chills, how you doing? Talking about that. What's going on? Robbie the Robot. I don't believe I've seen him on chat before. I do like Robbie the Robot. Robbie the Robot's one of those big toys that I really want to get, and I haven't got around to doing, but I would really love a Robbie the Robot, right? I like Robbie the Robot. So funny how they're using COVID in their excuse why season 12 also less episodes than usual. Yeah, exactly. I mean, really, like that. It's probably very hard. I mean, listen, in all fairness, it probably is very, very hard. All these insane restrictions. I mean, like, whatever. Here's the thing. It's not that I think Chips isn't doing his best in the production team. I think they're doing their best. I think they're doing their real darndest, absolute best. I just think that they're doing their best. This is it. This is what they're doing. I don't know. Maybe you can get Paul Cornell in to write a few episodes, right? Can't stand him. Cannot stand Paul Cornell. But maybe he could like steer this train wreck. I don't know. Well, that's a sign of much of this. So Robbie, how you doing? Yeah, it's funny. Father Miller, how are you, sir? You're good here. I'm glad you popped in for a bit. If first season had stopped on Father's Day, it would have been a satisfying. Saying, yeah, that's pretty true. So, although I do like the popularism that the what's the name years went for, the Russell Davies years. They are unabashedly populist. They're British. They're proud to be British. Flag. They're what liberals used to be before they went crazy. So actually, it's funny. I listened to this. Really, deep level Torah, Bible class today, like this Kabbalistic Bible class, talking about the current situation, of the political situation. And he says, listen, on one side, you have to blame, the president for his own troubles, right? Because why? Because there's a Jewish law that you're not allowed to. Like in battle, you're not allowed to trap somebody to extent that they think they have no escape, right? You're not allowed to trap somebody to the extent where they think that's it. That is do or die, right? Because that's when people go crazy and do crazy stuff. So he says that's basically what the president has done to the left wing insane people, right? He makes them feel like, oh my God, my actual existence is under threat. And that's how they do feel, because you can see how they are. That's how they're terrified, like absolutely terrified of him, which is and disgusted at the same time, right? And just angry. It's just like I just short circuited. So you're not allowed to do that to someone, right? You're not allowed to do it. It's a Jewish law. And it says if you do it, you better stand back. And it's like, yeah, okay, I kind of hear it. This guy, like most of religious Jews, was very, very in the bag for the Don. And actually, the reason I was listening to the class because he basically agreed with much more, in-depth knowledge of my assessment as well. Rental seasons were usually just 6 episodes, and they were pretty solid. Yeah, I like it. Although I did like that extended episode. If they did 1 or 2 of those extended episodes a year, freaking awesome. I do. The rentals can just get. They didn't even talk about getting old. You know, it can just go on and on and on. I can make man more than first full stories. Yeah, Jodie's awful. Don't watch it, mate. Don't watch it. I will watch it for you, right? I will. As I said, I am the prophylactic. I will protect that. Even Genty had a bit. Yeah, I know. It's like how much more can you fail? It takes 2 years to produce 10 under normal circumstances. He didn't have a chat. That's true. I mean, although, you know, I think if you're into this series, you should take this as a win as well. Because I really didn't think they were going to make any more. I really didn't. I thought they were like going to look and see how the audience reaction was with the Christmas special, festive special, whatever it's going to be. And I thought they're going to, and then say, "Oh well, that was awful. I'm not doing that again." You know, it's like, oh yeah, I just had somebody push a fist up my ass. How was it? Terrible. You know, I don't want to do that ever again. You know, that's the kind of conversation I imagine they would have in relation to what it, and they're going to put themselves through it 8 more times. Okay, go ahead. Okay, fine. Darren Emmett, oh man, get out of here. It just jumped like that. 20 minutes. Darren, how you doing, mate? Chris Persia's here. Good, Chris, you're going to help me stay out of trouble. Hope you're still here. This was about 20 minutes ago. Hope you're still here. I'm planning on doing a watch along. We'll watch it online or here of the Daleks thing, the premiere. Yeah. we can have a bit of a time. So there you go. So tell me not to do that, because I trust your channel. You are my designated driver, Chris. How are you? Yes. Disaster area. Is my disaster area son coming home for Sabbath? I hope so. He's so sweet. I mean, he's in disaster area, but I do like him. He's so sweet. Super Doctor, real Super Doctor. How you doing, my good sir? You should be okay if you mirror the video. Okay, that's the plan. That's exactly what I'm planning on doing. There we go. Going through the chat. See, he was talking to me. Good. Let me go. To be honest, it's not like Chris will do anymore. It's true. I just don't think of this as Doctor Who. I'm like, this is just not Doctor Who for me. I'm curious to see what they do, and I don't recommend anybody watching it because, ooh, it's gonna be horrible. But like, yeah, I go for it. I again, it's like, I don't know. It's like your mate who keeps going to hookers and keeps getting STDs. You say, like, dude, don't do that. You know, like when you go and like meet somebody, have a girlfriend. You know, like no, like really. It's like, man. If you have a friend who normally dines more than once a week from a free buffet in a strip club, have a sit down with him. That friend is not doing well. Paul Smith, how you doing, my good sir? Oh, Paul Smith not doing well, was it? But are you ribbed for Jodie's pleasure? That's very true. You know what? I like to be giving. I like to be giving. I like to be considerate. Yes, I have no. Listen, it's not like a finger in your ass. Okay, that would be. That'll be a line. I'll be like, whoa, really? It's maybe not. No, thank you. But okay, now I'm thinking, what happens if my wife would never be into that? But what if I guess I would do it. My wife wanted to. Oh God, that sucks. Thank God. See, this is why we're a very good match, because she's not into that. Oh wow, yeah. God, yeah. I'm sure there must be a name for that. Yeah, I've often said that it's a sign of where we are as a society. That so many people have done the act that is called a rusty trombone. That they had to come up with a name for it. Like, yeah, a rusty trombone, if you don't know, is when a man stands up and faces one direction while his loving partner, be it male or female, could be happening. Kneels behind him, so the butt cheeks are in front of you, right? And then you part, you open the Red Sea, you part the Red Sea, in you go, and you lick his anus, right? You lick his anus. That's part one. one would say, isn't that enough? Really? Isn't that enough? Wouldn't you like at that point? Like, I wouldn't answer anymore. But then no. At the same time, this person's a very giving person. Also reaches around and dexterously pleasures the gentleman at the same time. I imagine at a rather smooth, reasonable pace. Not too fast. Not too fast. Oh yeah, at first. That again. But anyway, I get like one person might try to say, "Hey, I got an idea, right? Why don't you listen?" I'm just going to say this out, okay? And I can see that happening one time, right? I can even see it happening 2 times. But stone the crows. It happened so many bloody times. So many times they said, "You know what? We got to come up with a name for this." That's a lot of times that a lot of people are doing that. And it's like, and it happens so many times that I now know what it is. So there you go. Congratulations. This is a grown-up show for grown-ups. Grown-up shows for grown-ups. Speaking of which, watch along this Saturday night on Noel's channel is going to be the Ice Warriors. And I realize that's a Victoria story. So I got to like sharpen up every filthy joke I can think of to make them go crazy, right? Yes, I think it's got to be, and I don't know. I think Charlotte's going to be on the panel. I think I just feel bad. I don't know, Charlotte. I know you're not disapproving, but still, I feel like, oh no, maybe not. Yeah, I'm for a pleasure. There you go. I don't know. Kim Ellis, how you doing, sir? Pop culture avenger, huzzah! Avenging avenging pop culture wherever you go. Greetings, sir. Yeah, Carl Lynch, how you doing? I haven't seen you for a while. How you doing? Nice to see you. Eastlyn, how's it going? I got your prize all packaged up. I'm very excited. I got to get in touch with. Speaking of which, hit the subscribe. My subscribers have been like going ape shit crazy. Up, down. Up's fine. I like up. It's like 69. 6, freaking love that 6. 6 is one of the greatest numbers ever. 9, can live without it, you know, give or take. 9, I'll put up with the 9 to get to the 6, okay? That's how much I like the 6. But I'm not like going, oh, don't give me some of that 9. No. So hit the subscribe button, please. Thank you very much. If you subscribe, you can enter my weekly competitions. The prize this week is the Mummy DVD video collection. Both the Mummy and the Mummy Returns. You see the adventures of Brendan Fraser, Rachel Weisz, the bloke who should be Mr. Ben, The Rock, and Imhotep, which I quite like those 2 movies. Imhotep. I think it's like low rent Indiana Jones-y with magic vibe, right? Yeah, exactly. It's like way better than King Solomon's Mines, not Indiana Jones at its prime, which is Indiana Jones' prime is perfect. Speaking of the inverse of perfect, I still got to watch Discovery. Ugh, I got to watch it after I get the stream. That sucks. Oh, it sucks. I got to do that. So, L. Lynch, how you doing? PD Rich, how are you, sir? PD Rich just killed it on the Geek Lord Overmind, which I think is probably coming back next week, right? Geek Lord Overmind, I think probably coming back next week. I don't know. I'll have to talk to Dan. Yeah, that's my plan. I got to get a Lock, Stock, and 2 Smoking Barrels uploaded for everybody to watch for Video Award. Problem being, how are you doing, sir? I wish you a merry evening, a merry afternoon. Robert Payne, perhaps a series the Doctor will investigate a murder at a Teesside town for 8 episodes. Yeah, exactly. I think maybe we should just sit around and look like a bit of like she's been slapped in the face a few times. Not that I would recommend anybody slapping anybody in the face, let alone somebody on the progressive side. Ninja Knight, how are you doing, sir? I guess we should invite people on too. Lonnie Webb, how are you? Let me see. Where's we going? How far behind? I'm on 9 minutes behind. I'm catching up. Okay. Well, did I just jump? It just jumped big time. There we go. No, there we go. Stuart Bowers, how are you doing? Third Doctor is here. And Matthew Pounder, how are you, sir? Yeah, going into game. I hope nobody's talking to me because I'm whizzing through the chat right now. Derek McManus, how are you, sir? Jamie Tipton. Jamie Tipton 1. Get those other Jamie Tiptons. Get behind me, because you're Jamie Tipton number fucking 1. And don't forget it, baby. I'll slap you up. See, actually, this week's discovery is probably the best week thus far. It's still not good. Well, really, I mean, it's like the fist up your ass analogy. So, okay, I'm not putting my fist up your ass, but I am putting 3 fingers. I'm still like, no, thank you. No, not really. Nothing I look forward to. But okay. Did Snatch not win? I can't remember. I thought it was Lockstock. I think Lockstock won. I'm pretty sure Lockstock won. Problem Being will tell me, okay? I'm pretty sure it's Lockstock. Actually, Father Miller will tell me. If he's still here, Father Miller will tell me. Fine, anyway, Ronnie Webb very cleverly says, hit that like button now. Hit that like button now. Fine, I am caught up with everybody. Okay, let me just stand up. So what are we going to talk about? Because maybe I should invite some people on. Yeah, Problem Being, you want to come on? Ninja Knight, you want to come on? I will send you the invite. I go over here, copy to clipboard. I will copy to clipboard. That's my Indiegogo is getting ready to open up. That's very exciting. There you go. So, Problem Being, I'm just sending you via the Twats. Doink, and press send. Yes, a link. There you go. If you're able to join, please join me. The Ninja Knight. There you go. Boink. Doink. And if anybody has like a real need to come on, just let me know, and hopefully I will know. So it's fine. So I press that. Fine. So yes, we have much to talk about tonight. We're going to look at the Chris Chibnall's article in Doctor Who magazine. Again, I'm buying it so you don't have it. Although this month's issue, probably the best in a long time. This actually had, normally I have like about 8-9 pages where I go, yeah, that was readable. This is about 20-30 pages. They actually had interesting stuff in it. And they actually had some real thing from Chibnall, which I haven't read. So I think everybody should feel kind of like well serviced by this issue. I think this was definitely above average. That would be what I would say. So yeah, we're going to read that. The Daleks are starting. Oh, we got to read about Star Wars. That really sounded very interesting. I heard the Big Finish just announced their late. Yeah, let's talk about that the Big Finish new Third Doctor box set, which isn't making me feel very good. Okay, from what I heard about it, we'll go to Big Finish and we will read about it. But from what I heard about it, is not great. Even I'll get it anyway. I probably already have it. I probably already pre-ordered it. I pre-order like as whenever I can. You go bigfinish.com. Doink. Now let me just share that screen. Bigfinish.com. Here we go. And Ninja Knight's here. 1 second. There we go. How you doing, me old sir?
How are you getting on, Rabbi? How's things?
Praise the good Lord. Holy, holy, holy is He.
Praise the good Lord is right.
One another.
How are you this fine day, sir?
I'm pretty good. I was just going to read about this new Big Finish box set. So you're not a Doctor Who fan, are you, though?
Not a huge one. I'd only, to be honest with you, I would know an awful lot more about the new Who. I would have jumped on quite late. I've watched some of the old stuff as well too, but I think it's kind of difficult to get a hold of. I know Netflix had a hold of the Doctor Who stuff for a while, so trying to get back in on it was very difficult. But yeah, I like the old stuff as well too. You know, I think Tom Baker was someone that I really liked as well too, personally, because you know you knew him from the Little Britain and stuff like that as well too, and he was quite well known. So I did check out his. Yeah, but I like the new Who stuff. I personally jumped on when Christopher Eccleston was there. I liked it, and then David Tennant, of course. Then I have to say was someone that I was absolutely fascinated with. But I wouldn't know as much about Who as say you or Noel. Do you know what I mean?
Listen, I'm a nutcase. Crazy. Like me and Noel, we know about same amount, but yeah. But we're obsessed. We're not normal. People should have had interventions with us. I think they probably did, and I ignored them. Diggory Strawberry, how you doing? So Big Finish. Big Finish is a pretty darn good company. They make radio plays, which radio plays where Doctor Who ones, and they started recasting dead people. They found this other guy. They very tentatively had started taking on John Pertwee. At first, he was like the narrator, right? And he also narrated it in a sort of John Pertwee voice. And then everyone's like, "Yeah, stop, he's fine. Just pretend he's John Pertwee," right? And they're actually been very, very good. However, the two weakest ones, or the weakest one, is when the third Doctor had one problem being clear. The third Doctor had two companions. He had Liz Shaw and Sarah Jane. Sarah Jane went on with Tom Baker, right? Oh, he's gone. Oh, no. Yeah, 1 second. No, that was my fault. I knocked you off. I just knocked the keyboard by mistake. Hey, doing Roland Bing.
Hello.
Problem being hello.
Hello.
So anyway, the woman who played his first companion, Caroline John, unfortunately passed away. She is brown bread, right? Also, Liz Sladen. Also, you can do you get quite a good whole wheat loaf out of that whole threesome because they're all pushing up daisies, right? So anyway, so you got Tim Treloar playing here, third Doctor, pretty well, but then they put in Caroline John's daughter to play Liz Shaw, who play the role her mother played, and it was like nothing like her. I mean, like it was so like, who's that? What's going on? What? It's just so jarring every time she was ill. You heard her. So now they got Sarah Jane Smith's actress's daughter to play Sarah Jane.
Wow!
And I was a bit of, and I've heard a clip of her which I cannot release. I've heard, and it's better. It's like not a million miles away. It's an interpretation. It didn't take me out of the story. But anyway, so the next one is going to be.
I heard Daniel. Daniel does talk a good bit about the Big Finish. Like he seems to talk an awful lot about
the Paul McGann stuff better. So anyway, let's have a quick shufty at this. Problem being, how you doing, sir? What's going on with you?
Not a great deal. I just had one of those. Oh, let's render something for 24 hours. Then, it crashed. I'm not in a good mood.
I'm not a big fan of the rendering. More of listen. I'd rather have a render than a finger up my ass. But
well, that's debatable. You know.
That's it.
You're speaking to the choir here now, Rabbi.
Well, listen, I like it. It's always everything's relative, right? If you know the relative scale we're talking, then you can understand it. Liam Nilsson's chin is there. Liam Nilsson's chin says, "I will find you, and I will." Is here, and Dave travels through time. Did Dave come from the past or the future? Dave, if he came from the future, no spoilers. But I think it's going to get crazy.
Turn back. It's not too late.
It's, we are. Yeah, well, okay, here where we are right now. You know that roller coaster here? That was just 2016 to now, right? Yeah, we've just reached the top. And now we're at the moment where you take that breath like, and it's going to get crazy. I hope Biden concedes because that's the only way out of it, and I think he might in the end. My end game.
What do you think about the news that dropped today? Yeah, Alaska has been called for Trump.
Well,
that's a big one. That's a big one. A lot of people expected that to go blue.
That's deep red territory. That is.
But they expected it this time.
Well, no, they don't.
Yeah, only with the voter rigging.
Well, I
think listen.
I think Arizona is going to be recounted. What did you say? Sorry, Rabbi. Sorry, go ahead.
Listen, the proof people are like don't care if like how badly obviously you're cheating. Like people is like giving Chris Chibnall another 8 episodes of Doctor Who. They'll give him 10.
I think it's the same mindset. It really is.
Like how much shit do you have to be covered in? before you go, oh, yeah, no.
Take a shower.
Yeah.
Listen,
How
Irish
bad they screw up. It's breathtaking.
politicians here in Ireland have been absolutely defecating on the people for years, and we still do the same thing, which is flip-flop between one bad party to another. It's the same here, man. It's bad.
They're all bad. That's why
that's history.
He wasn't a politician, quite obviously. So I listened to this long, in-depth rabbinical class where he talked about the Jewish law of not trapping your enemy, and he said that's what the president's done. He made the people on the left feel like their life was in danger, their existence was in peril, and that's why they're acting. This is why you're not allowed to do that. That was his premise. I'm like, well, see, you might be right there to say, that's the only thing that makes sense, that they felt their lives is under danger.
Yeah, well, I mean, look at all of these people that are doubling and triple down, like a Pedro Pascal. Chibnall is going to go full all into this stuff for the next season. You know,
second, third, and fourth Doctors are going. I believe that rumor.
Man,
I believe that rumor now. Okay, it's like, why not? Why wouldn't he do it?
I don't know what to say.
Like, he wouldn't, but why wouldn't he? Okay, as exclusive revealed in Doctor Who Magazine issue 558, the third Doctor is returning to audio in May 2021, and he's going to be reunited with some old friends. Okay, the epic, unique action adventure and classic based on siege tension is in a brace of brand new full cast. Oh my god! Audio dramas on two eras of Tom. Yes, I understand. Okay, it's a John Pertwee story. Two of them.
Wow.
Way too much trouble. Fine.
Why do you keep mucking about in the past?
Accompanied by the latest volume by John Colcher, Daphne Ashford as Liz Shaw, Sadie Miller as Sarah Jane Smith. Not bad. Volume 7. Okay, who wrote it? Mark Wright, Tim Foley. Okay, you get 2 4-part stories. I'm just fine. Who cares? Okay. Let's go to Chris Chibnall. Much more interesting.
Well,
I mean, listen. Oh, he is more interesting. I mean, like, really, what do you think he's going to be doing next? You know, oh man.
Well, I mean, given Noel's data dump,
which I totally believe now.
Listen, I don't put anything past Chibnall. Quite honestly, I think anyone who thinks no way in hell, like seriously, just look at the last 2 years. Imagine he's got 1 year left.
Yeah. All right, why would he only have 1 year left? Like, why not make more? I don't understand. Why limit yourself? I mean, if quality is no barrier, why not give him the next 10 years?
True story.
But what I don't understand is he must be cheap. He has to be cheap because, I mean, to get someone like Moffat in, like Moffat, I imagine is quite expensive because look at the budget constraints that he had for the Sherlock series. Like, he had to eventually leave when the writing was quite good quality, and it seems like that he must be a higher price. Or they've just hired people here like what they're doing at Marvel and DC Comics, people that are cheap and are going to just try to churn out some stories, and it's disastrous.
Vita Ayala is going to be writing everything. Vita Ayala is their affordable A-list talent.
It's like, I mean, even the purge that went on at DC Comics yesterday, like, I don't understand how they've hired Mark Waid.
Do anybody I care about? Did they go?
No, well, what they've done is they've actually, see, it was a bit of a hit and miss as well too. Like, Van Sciver went through it on the stream that he had, and it was really good. But like, they had co-editors in chief, and one was supposed to be in charge of the YA novels. That person is gone, so maybe the YA novels now are completely scrapped. And then there was a couple of other individuals that even Ethan knew himself, and he's like, these are good people, they're decent individuals, and they've been removed after 18 and 20 years. Now, what that says to me is that means that you're trying to get rid of the old talent that know these characters and usher in these new weirdos. I mean, Christian Cooper.
The thing is, I thought they wanted to go the YA route, right? They don't they love those books they do? Like, You Bought Me an Ocean. Like,
listen, I don't think they sold well.
It's
I don't think that got them high sold well either.
Don't you think it's kind of a self-fulfilling prophecy? Think about it. It's like they release stuff they think is so good, and it doesn't sell. And then they see all this YA stuff that sells to like, you know, little kids. Like, And it's like, look, you're killing your own shit. You can't smell it. You can't see it, but it stinks, right?
Oh, by the way,
listen, you wonder why people are turned away. You wonder why people are turned away, and then you see this other stuff selling to people who...
No, they don't care. That reality doesn't impact on it. But I'm not sure if you were there at the beginning of my stream. I did actually offer my support to Chris Chibnall. I understand that he wants to be self-identify as a piece of shit, right? He's a piece of shit, right? And so I support you, Chris Chibnall, in your right to self-identify as a piece of shit. And I think we can call him that, you know, out of support, obviously. So we, so he knows that his fluidity is no issue for us. You could be a human being,
running hither and forth.
A piece of shit. Okay, let's read what this piece of shit. Showrunner Chris Chibnall and his team are poised to shoot the new series Doctor Who. This time, however, things are going to be very different.
Oh, yeah, really? That I have no doubt.
Yes, this time we thought we will stop making shit, and we went where Jodie Whittaker's gone. Yeah, we thought we'd get a bloken again. People seem to like that. Do you reckon he's going to be saying that? I'm up for that.
I'd love that, personally, if they actually admit to their mistakes, but they ain't going to do it. They're going to die in the field.
Universe. See, look, you make my page freak out with your incredible speech. Okay, so
I love how it's all in black. I mean, that's very fitting. It is very funereal and purple, black and purple, two colors of death.
There you go. Well, I think of those when I think of a big shit, which is obviously Chris Chibnall. The last time I wrote, okay, I'm typing in mid-October. Well done for you. Well, what's your salary, right? Really?
I bet he's like this typing.
So much work.
You need to do the SJW voice when you're doing his piece. Okay. Like, I'm typing in mid-October.
I'm typing mid-October. This is the last time I wrote one. The last time I wrote one of these, we were a couple of weeks into lockdown. Oh, patrons. Mid-April, and I haven't done any work ever since then. I still keep bringing me money. And they said, well, you want to make a TV show? I'm like, what's that? They just keep typing. Okay, that's what happened. That's how Doctor Who gets made. Fine. And I put together the strands of Doctor Who to help. No, you what? You haven't put anything together. God, you what? Now you decimated something. I didn't put it together the strands because I was screaming by myself to help us deal with the shock that was happening. I was such a shock because I'm a pussy. Some of which are now collected into a book for BBC Children League because I am a fucking saint. Oh God!
Yeah, it's more virtue signalling.
You're less than 7 words in. God, I hate them.
They are ready to die on this hill.
That's the. I'm talking in a language where the word hate doesn't mean I want to slap you in the face with a sock filled with human excrement repeatedly. Even though I think that would be a fitting thing to do. Fine. BBC Books You're Gonna Need. That was 6 months ago. Wow, weren't you? All we had was the unknown, unsure.
So prolific.
You're a writer. You don't need to go to work. Sit down and write stories. Oh, God, look at him. It looks like the boy's been caught. Like, oh, God.
It's like a beady-eyed potato.
How am I going to get out of this? But he's like, hey, do you want to do that again? Okay. What? He's the guy who's literally, you just take the fist out of his ass, right? And he's crying. He's like, oh, God, that was awful. You want to do that again? Yeah, okay. What? Okay, fine. The pandemic will affect all our lives, and for how long? It was nearly 7 weeks, and it affected you in no way whatsoever. It's been 6 months, and it's just the first work you've done. Oh God, SJWs are the laziest, most useless people in the universe.
The same as George Martin that we went through yesterday. He's another guy that's been 6 months now and done nothing. And he's like, "Well, look what's going on in America."
He's done stuff with his life. He's done a bit. He could, fine. You're in your 80s. You want to sit around and jerk off over, the money that you made. Fine. Wait till you die and somebody else will write it. That's what's going to happen. Just leave notes, arsehole.
That's what I said. Leave notes. Leave it with a lawyer. Find someone who will write it for you.
Exactly. And give it back to the fans or something.
This guy looks like Daniel Kibblesmith with hair, doesn't he?
Like an
My God, they're related. Do you think there's a factory that churns these people out? I think there is.
This is like the Terminator when they thrown out these weirdos.
The way you get Chris Chibnall is you add a hose to Daniel Kibblesmith's arse, right? Right, and he inflates slightly, and you get Chibnall. That's how you get when you guard average Chibnalls. You inflate Kibblesmith with a bit of water. Fine, and they're like cases are on the Weisz, and then you just feel that this gets locked down again. TV production. You may think you'd better quiet during these 6 months. Yes, we think you've done nothing. Right, that's what I think's happened. Publicly, yes. Deliberately, we stay deliberately quiet after we've had the most embarrassingly worst ratings and audience reaction in the history of television. Oh my God! No one has
really
done
incredible.
as bad as you.
Yeah, they've been very quiet whilst they watched everything burn down on Twitter and allow the fandom to tear itself apart.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you for your silence there, Chibnall.
Yeah, but listen, most of the fans can't stand me. But in private, we've never stopped talking and working. Theorizing modeling. Theorizing modeling planning. You should have worked this out. If you're talking about the story, you should know the end of it.
They make it sound like they're building a rocket or something.
Yeah,
it's like it's a TV show, and
television production.
We've heard about your theorizing and modeling and planning. Thank you.
Okay, fine. Skills at blah blah blah. There must be in April, and now we've been taken up with one matter. How can we get Doctor Who safely back into production? And if we can, how? It's been the first thought in my mind each morning when I wake up at 2, and Nanny brings me cocoa. And the last thought, and before I go drop off to sleep, nearly at 6 o'clock, because I've just had my cocoa.
I'm sure it was cocoa.
Strange taste. Well, lucky BBC One and BBC Studios. I can't do the voice well. BBC One and BBC Studios and all our global partners have been hugely supportive. Well, what are they going to do? Or let's say, there's a global pandemic. Yeah, you better make more of that shit show that people are.
Yeah, it's good that their global partners have been so hugely supportive. Just the fandom hasn't.
Right. Really? No, really, the world's imploding. Okay, I think
7 million households so far tuned out, and that's before the time is told. I mean, what about that support there, Chibnall?
Listen, I know it's crazy. Okay, I understand it's crazy. But what if I'm right? What's going to happen to these people, to the world, in about 35 days if Biden isn't where he is now and Donald is?
I think that's the plan. I think that's the plan. I think the plan is that they're setting themselves up for that whole thing. Look, I think the plan is to make it seem in the media that it was taken from him out of his hands. I think that's the game to play that they're going to play at the moment, and I think it's going to create an awful lot of stuff for these people now to write about, and you're going to see an awful lot of shows with these semi in quotes dictators, and they're going to try and allude that as being the Orange Man. Like, there's no doubt in my mind that they're going to do that.
No, I had no idea you're here. I'm so sorry.
Sorry. Why are you keeping the king of the screen? Why are you keeping the king of the geeks?
How long you been there? Have you been there a minute? That's from a minute.
A minute too long, mate. What you at? I'm only messing. How are you?
One second, I got to answer Lonnie Webb. So, are you allowed to say fist up your ass in synagogue. Well, it depends. This is what you do. Normally, you sit outside and say,
right, what have I missed? Tell me what I've missed, because I see them all yoking,
missed it all.
they're all having a great laugh. So what's he saying that's so funny? Come on.
Everything is. I mean, God, he's just.
It's like he's in his own bubble. Surprise!
Oh, by the way,
he's been working so hard. Okay, but explain how they're making Doctor Who. Fine, they've got very supportive.
This reveals, you know, the usual suspects coming after me. I even have people on the other side saying that they're going to fake news now. So be warned of accounts out there faking Doctor Who news because they want to try and discredit me. We got, as I said, Mr. TARDIS reviews, Dr. Freedom, and others now coming out against me today. I'm actually being accused of
what, being right? What are they accusing you of? You were right.
I know.
Like he was right, but he made it up. But he was right anyway.
Yeah, he was right about the filming. He was right about.
Seriously, I'm literally at the waking up shitstorm today because these bigger accounts now, and an account that was behind the disgusting allegations against Bolstrek, calling him a doggy fecker, has piped up as well. He's the one that's saying that I'm saying something about COVID. He's actually using this virus as a tool to discredit me when there's real people out there dying. This is how low and disgusting these people are. And Tom Vance, I'm going to say it to you again, you little bigot, right? You're trying to distance yourself from all of the stuff that was said about my wife, right? You're saying that it's not your fault and you're not trying to any of those accounts, right? But here's the thing, right? You might have apologized on Facebook, but your apology on Facebook would have actually meant something. Now, I hope you listen to this, you little tool, right? Because then you'll get where I'm coming from, right? You might have apologized, but number one, you did not go back onto your Twitter account and ban these people. Number two, you didn't warn these people to stop talking about me wife, okay? So, in essence, you are complicit. You are, you're helping this situation go further, right? All you had to do was get rid of those accounts that were saying these vile things and put out a warning, but you didn't. So your apology is hollow, you little bigot, right? And I've warned you on Twitter, do not talk about my wife again. Leave my wife out of it, right? If you just want to come after me, come after me. Don't be coming after me wife an easy fucking target, right? And Mr. TARDIS reviews, again, you're talking about me again today, right? I've invited you onto my channel. If you don't want to come onto my channel, right, stop talking about me, all right? Just stop it. Nobody wants to hear your shit or anybody else's shit in this fandom. And I don't care if you believe whether I get source information or not. It's none of your business. So you just concentrate on your own channel. I concentrate on mine and mind your own business. You're a big bully, you are. You're punching down. You're attacking a smaller YouTuber.
That's 100% true. It's really disgusting.
Individual,
it's really disgusting, isn't it?
Right? And look,
well,
I'm not finished with him anyway. I'm not getting away with this because he keeps
that's how much you scare
them. You're a disgusting, vile piece of crap.
No, that's how much you scared them. It just is. They're scared of you. And
what
else can they say? You were right.
You're all a bunch of jealous little scumbags because another article quoted me news. Yous are all jealous. Every single one of you.
That's
why they're freaking out. That's why. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
Funny, they seem to trust your source more than theirs. That's for sure.
To discredit me, yous are vile. I never make any of this up. I get source information.
By the way, no, I have to tell you something. I'm pretty sure I actually did accidentally make up one of the rumors. Did I tell you?
No, which one did you make up?
Okay, so on my channel like a month and a half ago, when the whole like black BLM thing was going on, right?
Yeah.
The riot. So on my thumbnail, I had like, you know, the Chibs like airbrushing out the word police from the phone box, right? And I had the headline, police box to go. And it was a speculative.
Gary from Nerdrotic did the same thing though. He
no,
said,
hang on, that's what I mean.
Right. But I think
I just want to talk about the police box because it's very interesting that a YouTuber out there that said they wouldn't talk shit about me is all of a sudden storing it back up again. Now, I just want to say this YouTuber is trying to claim that they're the ones that broke this news. No, you didn't. There's articles from 6-9 months ago when you claim you broke this news, like the rest of us. This has been talked about all the way through Series 11. And just because you think people are not rehashing old news, by the way, you tool, what they're doing is the news hasn't gone away. It's still there. It's still prevalent. They're still thinking about getting rid of the police box. Now, if you don't want to believe that, that's fine, fair enough. You don't have to. But you don't have to go around and discredit someone, right?
But you were quite specific. You said you were quite specific.
That's the only thing I see it as.
No, you were quite specific as well. You added something that was never mentioned before by anybody, that there's a possibility of it turning into a camper van.
Camper van, yeah. That's new. Yeah,
that's very specific.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not just getting rid of
let's see what Chim has to say for himself. Okay,
right, he's
really impressed.
I just wanted to get that off my chest because I am sick and tired of this. Rabbi gets attacked, I get attacked, Lee is getting attacked, and everybody else because they're associated with me. I am sick and tired of this, right? If you don't want to believe me news, that's fine. I say it's rumor and speculation. Anyway, what do you not get? That's what I don't understand. What do you not get? He's not going around saying, I'm lying. I'm saying that this is 100%. No, I'm not, and I never have. So you want to
again, it's just that they're jealous. That's all
it is. Jealousy. It is jealousy. And the channel keeps gaining subs, by the way, you little morons. Right? So enjoy it. Enjoy watching my channel rise because it is on the rise now. And you know what? The people will be looking to me for Doctor Who news because they could see that I've been validated. I was validated yesterday. Actually, I wasn't. My source was validated yesterday. I won't take the credit for it. My source gets the credit for it because my source has been spot on since Series 11. But you know what? There's this propaganda going around. There's this rhetoric going around that I make it all up. You know the funny thing about it is, the startling thing about it is, not one of them watch me videos. Not one of them watch me live streams. All you guys that are on my panel know the stuff that I've said.
They just get their information from other people tweeting about it, hate tweeting. Yeah. That's all it is. And listen, you know, whatever, it doesn't matter. They don't like it, they don't have to. But like, quite honestly, to be honest with you, surely they should be creaming themselves over this news because they would love all of these things to come true. Surely. It's right up their street.
Yeah, actually, that's the thing I don't understand. Why are they pushing it back against it so hard? It's what they like. I think they don't like us laughing at them. Anyway.
Because their hatred for me is so it's overtook them that they just can't see past the fact that they're a bunch of bigots. That's what it is. They just hate themselves.
I think that's
one of the most hated people in this fandom, and unjustly, in my opinion, by the way. But these people have turned me into some sort of monster, right? That I'm making all of this up and I go after people. No. You all come after me, I defend myself.
Right.
And then I put the news out and you're accusing me of all sorts.
I'm going to read this one more time.
I am no monster. And I never said that the will go. All I have said is it's been in consideration. It's one of the things that Chris Chibnall has been talking about for the last few years, and especially now because of the way society perceives the police, which is a lot of crap anyway, because we're not all like America. But because the police has such a bad reputation now, they are seriously considering it. And it's one of those things, along with a long list of other things that he considered over the years, including a musical episode, which he actually then decided to drop, right? So he's already dropped 3 episodes from this season. He's actually even come out and said that he's dropped 3 episodes.
I hope they do the musical episode, but that's the episode where Yaz and the Doctor starts the ship, okay? That's what, and, you know, throw in Dr. Ruth, who's the second Doctor, apparently, and they could have a threesome. I'm fine with that.
Right, I'm just going to read this dictionary definition. I'm just going to read this dictionary definition for the last time, okay? Because it's
thanks, Gary. I know it's stated it's always a rumor, but unfortunately, Gary, there are people out there that are saying that I'm saying these things are fact. And I even done a couple of videos that actually, you know, show people proof that I've gotten things right before, but they still are in denial. They're still going around saying these horrible things about me. Listen, I don't do any of this for clicks or anything like that. I don't do this to upset anybody. I mean, yesterday I thought I would have shut them all up, But clearly not. Clearly it's rubbed them up the wrong way because I got something right, and then they see that another article covered me.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Now they're attacking those people that wrote that article, calling them scum, calling them how could you
the same tolerant people that went after Gal Gadot and Gina Carano, those feminists who go and call her fat, ugly, and stupid. And
I'm going to shut up now. I've said me piece. Go
on, I'm just going to read this out again because I think it's worth repeating. This is the dictionary definition of bigot. Right, a person who is obstinately or unreasonably attached to a belief, opinion, or faction, especially one who is prejudiced against or antagonistic towards a person or people on the basis of their membership of a particular group.
Yeah. It's unbelievable, mate. Mate, all I just want to do is do what I've been doing without any hassle. I don't listen, guys. Yous all know I don't make this shit up. I don't, but it's starting to get to me. It really is, because they're making me out to be some sort of fucking monster, and I'm no monster.
No, you're not. I've had the pleasure of knowing you off stream.
You have your channel.
It's not fair. All I'm doing is reporting what I'm getting.
Man,
why are these people always at me for? I can't take it anymore, right? It's not fair. It's hacking me, but it's all right for them to put out news.
Yeah, but no, even they don't believe it. They're just saying it to be mean. That's it. Because they're mean. That's just about like who they are. They're just mean people.
Vicious bastards.
Yeah, and they don't. Honestly, they're just pretending to believe it. They don't believe it.
Well, I hope they're happy seeing someone mentally in anguish.
It's like anguish. They came after me. By the way, it's a Victoria story.
It's not that they're going after me wife as well. They keep bringing me wife into conversations. Like, leave her out of it. She's not doing that.
What's wrong with these people?
All I just want to do is just.
Well, I hope you're proud, Twitter. I hope you're fucking proud. I really do. This is what you're doing.
It's unbelievable. And that Mr. Carter's reviews, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, mate. Punching down, going after a smaller.
Yeah, like, what's wrong with that?
What I'm putting out there, you're a fucking vile piece of shit.
I think I understand now. I understand now his frustration because, I mean, look, you know, we're people here in Ireland that, you know, when you have something to say to someone, you say it to their face. I think it's a lot more difficult for individuals to understand that when it's behind an internet sound sort of place and all that.
Well, that's why they do it.
It rubs us up, you know what I mean, in a different way, because, I mean, it is the way we are. I think ultimately the thing is that Noel has been suffering with this stuff for a very long time, and public, absolutely, and personal information as well too. So, do you know what? I have to say nothing but Noel's a very big man to be emotional about this, and he's right to be emotional about this. And not only that, then as well too, you have to remember as well too, you know, he is a guy that has been a very credible source, and he has poured out this stuff, this information that he's getting, and he's talking about it and speculating about it. That's all that people can do, and that's what fans do. These people that are attacking Noel are by no means fans. These people have no idea of what it is to be a fandom, and the best thing to do with them now is to totally just get rid of them, block them, have nothing to do with them.
Yeah, I agree. Again, you know, I mean, here's the thing: the reason that they're kind of like a bit nervous to engage with me at the Not My Count, whatever his name is because they know I don't give a shit about them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why
I'm not upset because of they're attacking me. I'm upset because they're making all these vile accusations.
Well, they did it with me as well.
And there's no need to be bringing my wife into it. If you have a problem with me, come after me. You know, just come after me. For 3 years, I've took you on anyway. Come after me. But no, you just want to go after me wife because you know that that's a weak spot and you're disgusting for doing it. And then to make up, Noel's responsible for COVID and all this, and then you have Dr. Freedom liking it.
What? Wait. One second. Back it up. How are you responsible? Wait. No. I just want to know the details here. How are they saying you're
tweets? Look, I'll forward all the tweets to you because I have people that send me all the
crazy.
Stuff. I'll show you all the stuff that they've talked about me today.
Did you do the Titanic as well?
Wild. Several accounts out there that have targeted Ballstrek in the past are now setting their sights on me.
Yeah, well, it just means you're doing well. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, it does. You're getting to these people, and the thing is as well too. Is it's always a thing of staying strong, mate. And the thing is, we have your back 110%. And here's the thing:
100%.
you need to laugh at these little fills because that's all they are, is little fills. And when you laugh at these people, they go away. I mean, you had one fella there that thinks he was a hard man, saying that he was taking out certain type of dealers and all that, and I just laughed at him, and he just went away then because he's a little twerp, and with little twerps like that, they just go away when you laugh at them. And
yeah, well, that little twerp today brought up my wife again, saying that he wasn't responsible for all the stuff. As I said, Tom, if you allow people to write vile stuff about my wife on a thread that you've put up originally, right? Well, then you're complicit in that. You did not take those comments down. You did not block those accounts. You did not warn those people to stop talking about my wife. This is why I have a problem. Right, so your apology on Facebook after you got kicked out of that group, by the way, I just want to make that clear that he got kicked out for being a little troll and tried to actually get smart with me on Facebook and said, listen, Twitter might be your ground, but Facebook is where I'm king. And I had him removed from the group, right? I had him removed from the group because I knew the admin anyway. These clowns don't realise that on Facebook, yeah, come on Facebook and I'll take his on Facebook, he's are gone. But here's the thing, this clown then, right, goes on to Twitter then and tries to deny it all. You are complicit, and you're still complicit because you still haven't taken those things down. When people, and you're still allowing people to talk about my wife on Twitter. So I'll just do your news. Sorry.
Listen, you're all right, mate, and I have to say, like, even looking at the chat there, the chat are 100% in
yeah, listen, I was
like, really are.
Them up as you're talking. You know, like, see, that's the other thing. That I like when they were talking to me, everybody saw how bad they looked. They just it's just it's nobody who doesn't hate you believes it. That's the thing.
Do you know what though? The thing that annoys me is though, why aren't they doing the same thing to other channels that are putting out Doctor Who?
Because they hate you and they're scared of you.
Absolutely agreed with Rabbi. It's the same. Like I've seen it with the attacks on Rabbi as well too. And the thing is that they think that they're going to single people out as well too on their threads, and then it's only when other people come in, like the likes of me, and I'm not bigging myself up here, but taking the Mickey out of them. You had Ethan came in as well too the other day, laid the smack down on these little filth, and they go scurrying away like the vermin that they are. And I mean, look, here's the thing, when there is strength in numbers, these people are very much so afraid that the fandom is very much so against them. And these are people, don't forget now, like, I mean, you've plenty of friends, your friends here as well too. These are people that have something going on in their own lives that's wrong, and they get some sort of torment or some sort of enjoyment out of tormenting other people. And they are the bullies that they claim other people are, because you know what? What it's like when we were at school, mate. The biggest and strongest people got on. The people that were the sports people that got on. And these were the people that were bullied by the sports people, that were laughed at and mocked in classes to their faces. And they hadn't got the stones to say anything to those people. And now they think they're the big man behind the screen. Well, I've said it to them plenty of times. You wouldn't be the big man behind the screen. And that's that.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you now, the gloves are off.
Well, listen. Listen, there's an important thing that I think we need to focus on and look at that I think puts everything into perspective, right?
Go on.
Okay, you see.
Hey, look at this.
Everything's okay. You see?
Jesus, my arm's corner.
See? But isn't everything okay now?
Well, no, my wife is better looking.
That's true. But that's your own, There you go. Listen. I'll give you some variety. There you go.
I'm sorry for getting upset. I didn't mean to come on here, have a rant.
You can only be yourself.
It's getting a little bit too much now. I mean, just because another article decided to cover me nose they decided to go and attack me again, even after my source was right yesterday. I mean, I was right when I said filming hadn't been done in October. And then if you had a walk later streams, you would have seen that I said the first 2 weeks of November. That's very specific, by the way. If you ask me, what's it, the 12th? So I was right 2 days. 2 days later, that'd be 2 weeks. But I'm in the second week, so I was right there. I said that there'd be less episodes, along with Dan and a couple of others a few months back. We said there'd be either 6 or 8 episodes of Doctor Who because of the pandemic. I was right about that as well. Listen, I know they're going mad over the last pieces of news that I put out there because they are out there. And I even have to admit that the news that I've put out is so fucking far-fetched.
But you've already said that. You said that when you said the news.
This is Chris Chibnall. Anything is possible. He's done the Timeless Child. So why is it a hard stretch for these people to think that he would go and do the rest of what I've said? And by the way, I haven't even said that it's all fact and he's going to do it. I've said this is things that he's considering doing, and it's rumor and speculation. How many times do I have to say it's rumor and speculation?
They don't understand. They don't understand that. They always see everything in black and white because that's their worldview. Everything's polarized in their worldview because they're insane. And the thing is, they don't realize they're insane.
They are.
Most crazy people don't realize they're crazy. It needs to be pointed out. That's the point. And the thing is, because you've said over and over and over and over again, this is rumor and speculation. These are not facts until they are confirmed or denied by the BBC.
Exactly.
Fandoms have thrived for years longer than they've been alive. The rumor and speculation is part and parcel of being in a fandom. These things are a discussion that we've always had.
Put something out. When you said, confirmed or denied, the only thing that happened in my head is I heard the word firm. I was looking at the picture of Perry. I was like, well, that just look. There you go. One second, I'm going to take away because we have
to make you feel happy again. But listen, I just don't know what to do. It doesn't matter what I put out there. And now they're even encouraging people.
Well, that's the point. This is a war of attrition. No,
to look out for these accounts that are spreading fake news because it's horrible. They shouldn't be doing that. I do not condone that sort. I would never do it myself. So anybody out there that is actually going to try and fake news to try and discredit me, you really are the lowest of the low, and you should be ashamed of yourself for actually roiling the fandom up just to get back at me. I do not put any of this information out without me knowing that it's come from source. I don't even put out, some people even come to me that ardent sources say, listen, I have this piece of information. I don't even put that out because if it doesn't come from me sources, I'm not really interested unless the people that come to me actually have proof to back it up. The reason why I'll just add so many times, and that's why I put my source news out. But if you're someone else that just comes to me and say, I have this, that, and the other, I will look and I will check and see if I can debunk it. And if I can't, then I'll put it out. Like I did with the regeneration energy photograph. People were saying it was fake. I did a bit of research and I found that it was. And then I put a video up to say it was fake. So listen, I put out what I'm given, right, from my sources. And that's the end of it. I don't make stuff up. I don't need to make...
No. They're trying to demoralize you to keep you quiet. Right. That's the only reaon they're doing this, because they want to be the big boys on the block and to dominate.
A lot of it has been about trying to redefine and conform with the language, the kind of language that we, not just the language that we speak, but the language that we type, that we put into our pads onto Twitter or whatever else.
By the way, listen, I hope you're having fun. One important thing, Noel does vet everything he puts on the channel. I will put any old shit out. Really? If I hear it,
Rabbi, 2 days ago.
I don't care. I'm so happy. I'm like,
Rabbi, I have to say.
Okay, let's talk about it. I mean, I don't care. I will put any old crap out, and I always say, I don't know what to say.
The best video I've seen this week, Rabbi, was about 2 days ago on this channel. and it was you. You were scrolling through. You're talking about rumors. I think some of them were rumors that Noel had come out with, and other rumors. Right. And as you were going through this list of rumors, the slow look on your face as you realised that you'd started one of them.
Oh yeah,
absolutely fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
That was priceless. Guys, I just wanted to briefly tell you, because it's been hilarious today. I've only flitted in and out, and you know me, I don't really like to mock the afflicted or laugh at other sides to fandom, but this is bad news. I think, nobody could really say this is good news, whether you like the show or not. This is bad news, the present show, I mean. So I thought I'd regale you with a couple of things that screenshots I've taken from Twitter. I won't put names to them, but one guy said, "That's still more than some series get each year, so something to celebrate, I think." Okay, that's a good one.
Okay.
Another. Now that man should know better. He's older than I am. This is a younger guy who's a YouTuber. Again, I won't name names. Today, I'm talking about the news regarding how Doctor Who has been cut down from 8 episodes, and how, in my opinion, that's not a bad thing, especially these.
Denialism. I mean, it's like, oh god, that's denialism.
Look, this one, people can't see that Chris Chibnall 8 episodes, right? He's supposed to do 11, right? If they're happy with that, that's fine. Good luck to you. But this just goes to show you how lazy this man actually is. He is lazy. What has he been doing all the way through lockdown? You mean
I'll just read
this is this spell, fellas. This is this one.
I didn't get through it.
They can't afford it because look, it costs too much. It costs twice as much to make now.
Guys,
but
this is my favourite. I've got to tell you this because
I'm sure he's happy.
I want to tell you about this one. 8 episodes under these conditions is a miracle. It's great to hear.
I'm making that. I really am.
You wrote these responses, Monty Python.
Feature movies, right, during the pandemic. War of the Worlds, that's on the Sci-Fi Channel, has been filming its full episodes. Don't be giving me this crap, right? Bottom line is this. He's been sitting at home during this lockdown. He could have very easily wrote 11 episodes. He's lazy. He's using this as an excuse to do less. Because remember, from the beginning, he's always said that he thinks 11 episodes is too much. So this suits him down to the ground. This coming along.
I will say this. We all know that filming during this period has doubled, right? Because the expense of social distancing and all the rest of it. The reason why it's more expensive is because I guarantee their budget is far less than they have been used to for a number of years, because the show is a failure. It is failing, and they are not.
I think there's probably as much money into it as ever. I don't think they care. I don't think they care.
The BBC is failing. Guys, remember the BBC is failing as well. So that's 2 rounds of failure. So if you've got a TV show, if you've got a corporation that's struggling and failing, and you've got a list of TV shows to afford budget to, because people don't understand how this works. The money that Doctor Who makes doesn't go back to Doctor Who; it goes back to the BBC. So the BBC's got to decide where it puts that money. They're looking, and despite what they say,
I want to know if this money is.
Never pay attention to what they say. Look at what they do.
I wonder how much of this money that they're getting from China and HBO is performative. Like,
none of it will go back to Doctor Who. None of it will go back to Doctor Who. And you notice the show, they've admitted they've cut the budget of it, and it'll be cut even more next year. You watch.
Those responses that you have there, Dan, are like the Monty Python, the Holy Grail, when someone goes, "'Tis but the scratch," and they've lost an arm.
Exactly.
Ultimate denialism.
There's loads.
What's it? I just saw that Daleks thing has dropped. Shall we watch it?
I don't know if you'll get a strike on your channel, though, if you do.
I mean,
you absolutely will.
Everybody said it'll be okay, I think.
I wouldn't chance it, Rabbi, because remember the last time we thought we were being smart when we were doing 12 Monkeys, and I ended up getting a week's strike. And you can't afford to get a week's strike.
Well, I'll say, if Chris purges it and he tells me it's okay, I think I'll go with him. I just
wanted to ask you guys, before, because I'll have to pop off in a minute, but I just wanted to ask you, with all this that's been going on, I went on Twitter earlier on, and you would think that with this news that it would be at least trending on the platform.
It's not,
but it's not at all. And I just wondered, I just wondered what was that impression, but nobody seems to really care.
Well, here's the thing, Dan. You make a great point. This should have been big. It should be trending, but it's not because everybody's lost interest. It's as simple as that.
And I'll tell you another thing, actually, isn't it? Speaking of fake news and the spreading of fake news, remember when they were apparently supposed to have been filming last time, the other month, and that went in. That got picked up by various articles and spread online when they were spreading it. No one seems to remember that suddenly on their side, do they? They don't seem to remember and recall that one tweet that started the whole thing up from an account that wasn't verified by anybody. That news went around the world, right?
Yeah.
And everyone was sharing it. Everyone believed it was true because they believed it to be true. And they seem to have forgotten that they spread that fake news.
Who debunked it? Who debunked that account? I did. Exactly. I debunked that account because I knew they were lying through that ass, and then other YouTubers hopped on board of it to try to use that to verify their news. Listen, filming did not start in October, right? It didn't. I was right. Others then that sided with me were right too. These people were wrong, and still to these days, these are the mouthpieces.
And these are the people saying fake news with your news now. It's hilarious. It's like, go and look at what you were posting last month, you little twats.
Yeah, exactly. You were wrong, you were caught, you didn't like it, but instead of apologizing, you decide to go on the attack. But you know what? At the end of the day, right, these people that back that account, well, look, where are they now? Nowhere. So as far as I'm concerned, I as I said,
they created the situation.
There's official confirmation, and I said this from day one. Wait until there's official confirmation from the BBC. You shouldn't be listening to some Twitter account that's never spoke about Doctor Who before. And I made it clear. I actually did a couple of videos on it, by the way, folks, on my channel. You will see I debunked this very early. Right,
yeah,
and then
Jodie
Whittaker herself came out and debunked it, but it wasn't
good enough.
For them.
Derek,
Twitter.
I was just going to ask. Derek Mann says you're off down the pub. Is that correct? There,
I'm afraid not. They're all closed, Derek. All closed. England at the moment.
How come we haven't done the quiz? I was just going to ask. Why are we still on a break?
We're going to have to probably next week. I'd say.
I was going to ask you about it, Lisa and I, if you want to start again next week.
Yeah, I want to do it this week, but I just haven't had time. So about next week.
We should do a little season and end on a Christmas special. We totally do a Christmas special.
So while we're here, does anybody want to join me team for next week?
Okay.
Nobody ever joins me.
Okay, I'm not asking anyone.
I'm free.
Hang on, you've already been on twice. You can't.
Yeah, but I get bored. I feel left out.
Bless
his heart.
Was it PD Rich was also? No, it was PD Rich was awesome, but the guy that you had the week before was incredible.
Yeah, he was because we. It's level now, so next week someone will take the lead. Who will it be?
It'll be like the politics today. Who knows what's going to happen?
I have to be honest though, Dan. Well done, by the way, mate. You get a lot of credit off us here, but I have to be honest. The amount of effort and work you put into these quizzes to make them what they are. You should be given an awful lot of credit.
My pleasure. I'm pleased you enjoy them. Yeah, it takes quite a lot to put together.
You should make that a cornerstone of your channel. You should do a bunch of different quizzes on different things.
Somebody asked me quite recently after somebody saw that and did ask me to do something very particular, which was very flattering. And you probably can do it on YouTube. I'm just not sure how. And I'm not sure where the copyright stands on this format. But it's possible. It's possible there could be something along those lines. I don't know. I'll chat to you about it another time, Rabbi. We're going to talk about this quiz anyway. But yeah, it's if people like the quizzes and yeah, it is. It's a lot of work for 45 minutes to an hour, but it is so funny. I love it.
And as Derek says, Dan is
Rabbi cheats, you know.
Apart from that bit,
Derek says Dan is criminally undersubscribed. So absolutely, please subscribe.
Oh, I agree with that.
I did try a video out there where I gave you all a shout out. I did a video the other day where I gave you all a shout out because I
saw that.
Some of you are undersubscribed. You are. It's actually ridiculous. A lot of you do.
The quality of your channel is crazy.
Honest with you, and you should have more subscribers. So
your channel is higher quality than mine.
You know better than mine, Noel. You know better than me, Noel, that people, because you've been doing this a very, very long time, people will watch and watch and watch and watch before they subscribe.
Yeah, true.
And so I try not to focus.
Ask everybody every time. You never know. You never know when they go, okay, fine, click.
Yeah.
That's it. What is it you say? Results may vary.
It's true.
Okay, I better shoot, boys. But it's good to see you all. I'll catch up with you soon. Bye-bye.
See you, Dan.
You look after
By the
yourself.
way, I just want to make an appeal to everybody watching, and if you're watching in the future, listen. If you really, really want the results of the election not to change, to be like finished, and you should subscribe. Okay, you should say. But if you really want them to change, you should also subscribe. Okay,
that boy is on a holy mission.
Results may vary.
He's on a holy mission.
No, I tell you, listen. This is the reality. He's got a 10%. He's got a 90% chance of failure. I think he's going to succeed. I think he's got it's impossibly low percentage chance of succeeding. I think he's. I don't know how, but I think Biden's going to concede. Okay. I think that's how this is going to end. Biden will concede.
I have to say, I'd love to see that happen myself, but it's not.
Because if he doesn't, there's going to be a civil war.
Either way.
And if Trump actually, if the court rules with him and they disallow the votes that were like, we're not legal, whatever. If they do that and the courts rule with him, he's never backing down, right? And I think Biden will concede.
I don't think they have the numbers on that side to do what you're saying.
Military. If it comes to it, they don't have the military, do they?
I think if they got out of hand, I think that it'd be squashed fairly quick. And at this moment in time, you have to ask questions of yourself about what's the law going to do ultimately to these people. I mean, obviously he can't say that he has his finger in the pies, but Trump said it in the last time. People need to go to jail.
I know it's crazy, but what does it mean if I'm right? It means the liberals know that the media lies to them, and once one of these states takes away their accreditation, right? They know the media lies to them, right? They're going to know that.
That's why I think it's not going to happen. Because if it does happen, you're gonna expose everything.
You're up against the entire machine of the deep state and all the rest of it.
And it won't. So I honestly look.
They've pulled out all the stops already.
Being honest with you, President Trump is not going to be president by January. He will have to concede.
There's big people there saying that he's playing chess.
You're right. By all the logic of the world, you're right. I think he's that 1 chance in 10. He's going to do it.
There's big people there saying that he's playing chess at the moment. I mean, do people really think that he didn't expect all of this to happen? Of course he expected it to happen.
I don't
so, think. He's playing chess.
But I didn't. Nobody expected it to happen the way it did.
Oh, they knew.
Oh, he did. He knew.
Listen, this is what surprises me.
No, actually, we knew Giuliani.
I'm surprised they didn't see this coming.
No, it wasn't. Giuliani said the reason that they got caught. The reason they got caught is because they were behind by so much. They had to do it so much. If they had did it in the normal levels, they wouldn't be able to catch them.
Well, it's been 1,000 votes.
If he looks like a step down, he's going to run in 4 years' time anyway. So I'm being
that's
run in 4 years, and the Republicans won't go against them. They let him run again. So
bearing in mind
the Republican Party to run. Okay.
Bear in mind, the Democrat Party has been shown clearly to have deprived Bernie Sanders from his nomination. So,
yeah,
I mean, if they can cheat that guy, they can certainly cheat this.
Again, and what happened? But again, it will mean the media's destroyed. It means the Democrats. This will be the destruction of all the evil in the world in one stroke, and that's what I think God wants to happen. And again, I understand it's crazy. I know I sound like David Icke. I can hear myself. Okay, I know how crazy it sounds, but I keep being right. What do you want at me? I keep being right.
Listen, if you are right, fair play to you. But listen, do you know the ironic thing about this is the Democrats would never have got themselves in this position if they hadn't screwed Bernie Sanders over to get Hillary won.
He would have won. Yeah. He would have won against Trump. He would have won.
Exactly. That's what I mean. So they literally screwed themselves. So they got themselves in this position in the first place when they screwed Bernie Sanders over. So, I mean, look, I've no sympathy for them, but I'm being honest with you. I know you think it's going to happen. And look, if it does by some miracle, well done. But he'll have to concede in January. And I am told that if he does, he will run in 4 years' time and the Republicans won't even stand in his way. So,
yeah.
You can run again. Once you do, you can run again. I didn't know that.
But again, by all the logic of the world, you're 100% correct. That is what should happen, right? Yes. By all I understand that. I 100% understand. By all the logic of the world, that should happen. I think. Listen, okay. This is part of my crazy religion, right? One of the prophecies for the end of days is that there'll be a miracle happen that's greater than the splitting of the Red Sea. So the splitting of the Red Sea was kind of impressive, but less impressive if you understand it was in a world where magic existed. You know, like real Game of Thrones magic actually existed then. Yeah, it went out the world about 2,700 years ago. So
Star Wars is trending on Twitter now. That's not really great.
Oh, with what?
Oh no, fake. It's okay. It's a false alarm. It's only about what George Lucas said the other day. People are getting a bit.
What about George Lucas say? What about Leia being the chosen one?
Yeah. Well, I mean, this is a Disney person, a Lucasfilm person claiming that he said that. I highly doubt it personally.
Well, I haven't read that article yet on Bounding into Comics about what he planned for the sequel trilogy. We can either look at that, or we can finish off reading about what.
Read the Chibnall thing. I got upset, and I'm sorry, guys. Right?
It's right.
But I
don't blame you now.
To the stage where it's just all got to me now. The sad thing is that these people actually think that I would go as far as to do this because, as Lee would say, they're judging themselves by their own standards, so they're putting their standards.
Absolutely.
Well, that's the thing. They never understand why they always get it wrong.
Yeah,
because they judge us like them, and we wouldn't do that. Yeah,
fine. Right, I need a laugh. Go on.
Fine. Well, listen, Chibs, I'm sure we'll provide. Well, it doesn't go for everybody else. The pandemic represents how we work. Filmmaking more or less a contact sport.
Oh my God,
each other. It's not me too, but it has to happen sometimes. Everything we do, push comes to shove. Who knows? Could end up in a court case. Everybody's collaboration. Everyone embarking on filming again this year has had to reintegrate
filming
from the ground. Oh God, will you stop telling me how incredible you are? Yes, they had to learn how to do their job again. Okay, fine. Okay, 1 second.
What happens if one of them gets the bear bug? Are they going to close down production then?
Then it's the Tories' fault. Obviously. That's the problem. That's what happens. We spent months talking to other people in the industry. How do you do this? I'm really asking each other the same question. When you started, what you planning? Blah 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 blah. Okay, God, he's so boring. Oh my God, This is the first news we've had from him in months.
Isn't it amazing as well that they're allowed to film when everyone else has to be in the lockdown?
Yeah,
I mean, there's pubs, there's bars, there's all these other places which are cohesive to our communities being decimated. But yet these pretenders can go out and play and dress up and Be the clowns.
Where was I? Some protectors made fast, ambitious plans, unable to gamble on being up first, thanks to being bankrolled by big budgets. Others have decided to wait to restart filming until the pandemic is over, whenever that may be. We didn't want to countenance that. We all wanted you to countenance it.
Oh, God.
So we spent the summer, ironically, for a show with a time. Ironically, with a show time travel at its heart. Oh, God, the show has no heart. To figure out what the future might look like. How can we film? What stories can we tell? How many people can we have in the scene? Oh, they going to do the whole thing socially distanced, like EastEnders?
Why does he keep asking questions? Like everything he keeps posting here is like question after question.
Basically, he's running around going, "What am I going to do? What am I going to do? Oh my God, what am I going to do?" Gee, I just don't understand why he doesn't quit.
He can't even produce 11 episodes properly.
You can't even produce 11 paragraphs properly.
8 episodes. Come on.
Okay, but how many people can put in the thing? How many people can we have on the set? Who is allowed it? Oh, God, blah, blah,
Right.
blah. Okay, how do you relocate? Filming the... Oh, God. Okay, God, you're so boring.
Look, it's question after question. Like, just tell us what you're doing. Start asking these pointless questions.
PPE is being... Oh, God. They're getting more boring. How do people standardize what PPE is being worn by which members of the staff? What's a PPE? I just give such shit.
Personal protection.
How do we make this a wonderful show about adventures in time and space? How do we make this magical? No, you're worried about PPE. I don't know what that is, but it sounds boring.
Personal protection equipment.
Oh, God, really?
Yikes.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yeah, and he's speaking this corporate speak. Oh, God, I want to vomit in my own mouth. I want to vomit in my own mouth and pour it into his, okay? I want to snowball my vomit into his mouth.
But there was Jodie Whittaker fans giving out about this because some of them had already got the digital version, and they were complaining that, again, he gives nothing away. It's like, and you're right, he keeps asking bloody questions. Like, what is he at? Like,
no one cares.
This long and you're going to give us nothing. What about the festive special? What has he actually said? Because I came late. Did he say anything about the festive special?
No. He's just talking about how wonderful his life, how wonderful he is. Okay. More question there. How will it affect our location? Filming date. Well, and can we even get insurance? It's that basic. I'm amazed they can get insurance. Actually,
you are that basic, Chris Chibnall.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's how we write. Every day when I get up in the afternoon with my cocoa, there have been calls and texts and Zooms and links to reports, articles, online conferences. We've digested every new set of suggested blah 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 blah. Just ask what do we have to do before don't be done. Okay, don't tell me about how your day is. Tell me anything about Dr. Fucking Who, you bloody boring sod. Boring man ever to have taken on. How? How did this happen?
I don't know. He's no charisma. He's not Stephen Moffat or RTD anyway. Let's be honest.
He's like a charisma black hole. Oh, I feel myself getting more boring as I read him. Okay, fine. Along the way, we've had moments of great excitement, and we've had all our low moments as a team. We've G'd each other up. We G'd each other up. I hope that's not code for some sick sex game they play in the office. First a bit of G'ing up, baby. But uncertainty is hard, right? Oh, we don't know. So who gives a fuck how hard your life is? We all know it's hard.
Chibnall, he's a bored-leaving bastard even writing an article.
Oh, yeah. Why you can't write an episode of bloody Doctor Who?
Brilliant he is.
Okay, well, we're all learning that uncertainty is hard. That's what kept us going. Is just not knowing the future Doctor Who stories we're talking about. Okay, or the monsters to bring back, or it's people we love, people we have worked with for years. we have to fire people? Was there? Or people we've worked on the show for decades? Now we want to work. Now we want to get back to work because we're dealing with people's jobs. Oh no! Now there's actually a consequence to our jobs, wages, livelihood. But now we're basically run out of money. Okay, fine. They now they want to get back to work. That's why they're allowed to film. But we're acutely aware. We need to know what we can keep those people safe at work. We can't keep them safe. That's our primary focus for this team. Wrong. Your primary focus should be making good fucking TV. Oh God.
These people are just insane at this stage, and look, they like to hear the sound of their own voices in this nonsense.
Oh God, but he never speaks. Like Russell D Davies used to write one of his columns every week. You couldn't stop him writing stuff, and everything was entertaining.
Yeah.
Oh.
When these people write things, it's actually a slog to get through them. Like, I mean, there's not so much.
I'm like, look at me. I'm like, oh, I've got to learn more. Okay, fine. Let me keep going. Oh, this team! I read that phrase over that summer that chimed with how they work. Positive realism, staying positive, but being realistic. Oh God, I like that proactive. Everyone is cheery. That's nice for you. There is still laughter. Oh God, there won't be come a month from now, mate. When your world's about to end. Here's the thing. I really feel like I'm like Cassandra. I'm like I can see the end of the world coming, and everyone's like, yeah. I like, God, what if I'm right? Stories look costumes. Yeah. Oh yeah, monster, blah blah blah. This week we've had our second tone meeting over Zoom. Yeah, we want it to be shit. How can we make it shit? Oh, I don't know, Chips. Maybe you could write it.
Another pile of shit on top of it.
Well, actually, no. I have to say, I do have to speak in defense of Christian here. I understand he wants to self-identify as a piece of shit, right? And he feels embarrassed. So I want to say, Chibs, to me, you're a piece of shit. Okay, you're a piece of shit, mate. Don't be ashamed. You're a piece of shit.
That's it.
Yes. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. You don't have to. You don't have to. You can come out the closet with us, or
as well.
Yeah, Yes. Yeah, you're on the doorstep. That's how much of a shit you are. With so many faces. Oh God!
You're on a roll today. You are.
Oh, look. This is This magazine is called Doctor Who magazine. You wouldn't think it looking at these infographics.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Like none of this. None of this is charming adventure in time and space. Fuck's sake! This is like instructions in Big Issue on how to assault somebody and wash their windscreen with an old piece of newspaper and demand $50 off them. Can you spare me £50 for a cappuccino?
Why are they Scottish? Why are they suddenly Scottish?
I don't know. It's just the guy, I guess, is the one doing it.
This would make the worst PowerPoint presentation in history.
Well, at least certainly the funniest, like.
Yeah, well, yeah, funny for all the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Let's go another paragraph. Oh God, it's so boring.
I pity the poor people that bought this magazine this month.
Oh, well, that's me. That's me. I bought this magazine. Fine. Part the making and remaking it. They've been making a schedule. Has been guessing how much this new process is. Will be, and they just love it. They love minutia. They love lists. They love things they have to check because they will. Oh, there's so many rules. We gotta add more rules. And there's a slide rule. Oh, there's another rule. Oh, health and safety. But we won't know how much until we do it. Yeah. So just get to work, you lazy fuck. We should be on the same amount of time of the thing of the past. Some of them are also 2 series, but it will take longer to complete filming an episode. Okay, you're getting to the point where you're telling us you're going to drop an episode or 2. Is that what's going on? Is that what's going on? Oh, look at that crew, so diverse. Just here's my friend. I'm no racist because look, this is my friend. Let me see. Previous links and produced 11 episodes into blah blah blah. Same length will be okay. Fine, you can make an episode. We know.
It'll be some achievement. Ooh, achievement. That's a word we don't usually associate with Chibnall, other than he achieved to destroy the show and drive away 7 million households.
I like movement as well. I mean, again, we get to watch the hilariously low ratings. I mean, that we get to see that coming. And we get to see him like just shit all over himself over and over again, which is, again, I mean, listen, normally you got to pay for those websites. This is free.
Oh, by the way, yeah, another thing that came up as well. I did not say that Graham O'Brien was leaving. The newspapers reported he was leaving. And again, I did a video.
It was all over the bloody news.
Right?
It was everywhere on the news.
Yeah, exactly. So again, this is something that Mr. TARDIS Reviews is saying that I said that Graham was staying. No, I reported on it. You clearly don't watch me videos, mate, and you should shut your mouth. You don't watch me videos. I reported on it like everybody else did, but I did receive information. And by the way, I backed it up because I had a little proof. Someone sent me a screenshot that shows Nikki Wilson is one of the executive producers on the series. And what does it say? He starred in Jodie Whittaker and Bradley Walsh. And then what happened? The newspapers picked up on it and are reporting that he's actually might be staying as well. So no, you're wrong. I did not.
Well, no, I do have to tell you one thing. I do know for a fact that the rumor is that one of the people who first invented the rusty trombone. Do you know what a rusty trombone is?
Oh no, not this conversation again.
One of the people who first invented the rusty trombone, I believe, was Mr. TARDIS Reviews. Like he wasn't a gentleman who stands up, and he was more the one who crouches down below and like parts the Red Sea, right? Yeah. And goes into the Holy of Holies at the same time, you know, playing the trombone. So I understand we have to thank him for being a pioneer, because I do understand that's one of the things he likes to do.
You're some man, Rabbi. I tell you what, you're a man.
It's fine. I do. Listen, a man can do what a man can. A man can do it with the the sanctity of his own tongue and somebody else's arsehole. Yeah. Whatever he wants. I don't mind.
But he's got his tongue firmly up his own arsehole. So
listen, I have to say, if I could, I would, but I'm not so sure.
Marilyn Manson over here.
I'm sorry.
Marilyn Manson.
Marilyn. Yeah, because you gender swapped Marilyn.
Fine. Moving on from
I'm going to be asleep by the end of this.
I know. Go. Fine. So said they can make. That's entirely down to COVID. Everyone wanted to make 11. We all super duper wanted to do 11, but it would have taken a number of months longer, and the additional cost that would mean. Yes, exactly. There wasn't the time. It was the money. You pussy. You lying cunt. Basically, just put us right there. Yeah, we all wanted to do it 100%, but it will take more time and money. That's not the reason, of course. Fine. If we end up with that from the business we started in April this year, it will be some achievement. Listen, if you think it's an achievement, mate, I doubt you're going to do it, because you haven't achieved much yet. We have a date when we're planning to film. Okay. Now we're finally getting to some information. It won't be far off by the time you read this. Oh, so they haven't started yet, unless the rules change. Okay, he must have started then. Or is it? Maybe it hasn't even started filming yet. Must be this week. Okay, it must be this week.
There's a lot of other projects that are filming at the moment, isn't there? There's like Batwoman is finished, is recording at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah,
another show that nobody wants to.
Exactly. Yeah, the most racist show in the world. Like, yeah, we must have African American be a hero. Here, let's take an old white woman's show and give it to a black person. Yeah,
and not only that, but the character is written as a former addict and basically a hobo. Like they couldn't have made the character a doctor or something like that. You know what I mean? Like
because they're all massive racists. Fine, so unless we're hit by a positive test amongst the cast and crew, unless embrace the uncertainty. Character Leo in the upcoming Revolution. Oh, he actually told us something about Revolution of the Daleks. Embrace the uncertainty, says a character called Leo in Revolution of the Daleks. I wrote that during summer 29 and pinged it as I watched the episode with Sagan's wonderful score demos this week. Okay, excellent, well done. So often you read about all these problems on making Doctor. We don't read about it only from you. You know, Rusty Davies talks about what a delight making Doctor Who was. We only read about the problems from you miserable cunt. When the ingenious solutions have become law, blah, blah, blah. God, it's such a pain. Feels different this time. You're on this journey with us. This is This is where we are now.
Journey to hell.
Fine. It might be different tomorrow. Blah blah blah. Is he saying anything? That's not within our control. Please don't be mad at us. We'll respond to challenges. Anything can happen. I'm scared. I promise this column will. I promised you in this column when we started the journey on the 3rd. Yeah, you hardly write this column. You lazy fuck. Oh God. I promised you in this column when we started the journey to the 13th Doctor. And then we stopped that journey where she saw everybody wanted to like stab themselves in the eyes rather than watch it. Do you watch Doctor Who? No, let's stab ourselves in the eyes. That sounds reasonable. Fine. We love the show enough to let it derail our lives in a get what we have to go to work. Oh no. That's the journey being diverted, blah 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 blah, along with the rest of the world, blah blah blah. That's very like life, very like the Doctor. We don't know where.
He doesn't know what the Doctor's like. I'm sorry.
Exactly. You've never met the bloody Doctor. But we have stories to tell that nobody wants to hear. And we're going to do everything in our power to ensure that that's not that committal. To me, that sounds like saying, yeah, we'll sort of do it now, but we don't know. Let's have a look what the pictures, the captions are. Doctor Who's close call between who gives a shit? What we got over here?
There's looking all. There she is.
Composer. Yeah, who gives a shit?
Yeah, she looks. Yeah.
And there's another caption.
There's your man that does the soundtrack that bars us to bits. Yeah.
How can we make it boring and preachy? That's the tone meeting.
So this is called production notes, and there's nothing actually about.
The entire thing is about how much he hates making Doctor Who.
Right. Well then,
with every fibre of his being.
Well then, he should, after this season, do us all a favour and jog on.
I don't understand why he's staying. Like, what for?
Because he wants to get one last little dig in before he leaves.
What are you trying to prove? Like how miserable you can make it? Are you trying to make us all as miserable as you are? Which I think that's
Eddie Ascaro said something interesting, right?
Yeah.
Because we and others have said that we think he's trolling the fandom. Now Eddie has a different take on it, right? And here's his take. He thinks that Chris Chibnall genuinely believes that he's writing great Doctor Who. Now, if that is the case,
I can believe that.
That's even more dangerous than we thought because
I can believe that. That makes sense.
And I do think if you, after reading that article, after you reading the bits that I've been here for, he does seem to be blowing a lot of smoke up his own backside.
Yeah,
so I think he is. I think he. I do.
He's a narcissist.
I'm coming around to Eddie's way of thinking. I really do believe that this man thinks he is writing sensational Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And that's the sad thing, because if you listen to it, you will know very clearly that you're not, mate, and you never have. Since Series 11, you haven't. By the way, do you know what the ironic thing about it is? I checked Rotten Tomatoes again, because it's been, say, over a year since we checked it. Series 11 has rated better than Series 12, and Series 12 is considered better than Series 11. But because of the Timeless Child story arc, it's plummeted down the rating. So the Series 11 actually comes off better now than Series 12 does, which is absolutely shocking, to be honest, because let's be honest, you know what? Series 11 to me now doesn't look as bad. I'll tell you why. Because it was completely alien to anything that we knew, right? Series 12, he tried to bring it back to what we knew, and then he gave us the Timeless Child. So if you're asking me, I think Series 11 is actually better than Series 12.
Well, I agree with you.
It did less damage, that's for sure.
I mean, just in the same way, like being asked if you'd like to have somebody sedate you and remove your leg and then eat it in front of you. Is that better than not being?
And then beating you around the face with it, yeah.
Yeah, yes, that's better. That's better, but not so good. Not so good. Not like the thing I'm talking about, but. I just thought, oh my God, this
did Chris say that we could watch that Dalek?
No, he said best not. So, I'll say one word, Muddy. Who's talking to me? One word, Muddy. His personal. Yeah, I think that is. Yeah, I think basically he did like, we have to go back to work now. Time for the pandemic to be over. Basically, they just really wanted to slip out the pandemic until the election. Really, and now I think it's all going to go away. The vaccine's coming. I think it's all over.
The vaccine? I'm not taking
the vaccine.
By the way.
It needs 10 years at least.
It takes 10 years, as Lee said. Yeah, I am not taking no vaccine, but I've seen something disturbing, right? And we're going into this Orwellian type of world where now, if you want to go and see a concert, Ticketmaster will want you to prove that you've gotten a COVID test and you're clear and you have the vaccine. They will not allow you to buy a ticket anymore.
This is where it's going.
You do not have the vaccine. So it looks like I'll never be going to another concert again, because if I'm telling you now, I am not taking no vaccine for at least 10 fucking years. There's already even talk about that this vaccine is going to have adverse side effects. Sorry, but I'm not willing to put my life at risk.
Again, unlike no with the news, you can inject any shit you want. I don't care. Yeah, in my ass, in my arm, I don't care. Inject it. Let's see what happens. Okay, I'll be fine with that. Why not? So you know what? I think with that, it's time for me to go and have dinner. I think it's like it's 9 o'clock. I'm ready to eat. So I think there's. Oh, no, we talked about the Big Finish thing. Is there anything else to talk about that's going on? I didn't get to Star Wars.
Come on to my channel. I'll be streaming right after this.
I'm streaming right now. There you go. The world is your oyster here on YouTube.
Ninja Knight can come on if he wants to, because I know he had some Star Wars news and other stuff to talk about yesterday.
Star Wars news. Is there anything?
We'll bring Lee on as well if Lee wants to come on. So we'll have a panel join me if you want, of course.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm more for that, mate. Yeah, 100%.
All right. It's another fun night on YouTube. So with that, I will thank you for joining me. Please hit the subscribe button.
Yes.
Thanks for having us.
Hit that bell.
I do.
Ring that little bell.